So I see Vini being linked to PSG, the best club in the world, amidst all this nonsense and these issues with Xabi, and him issuing an apology and not including Xabi, which is for a reason. He doesn't like Xabi. And I'm personally excited because I love Vini as a player. He's absolutely spectacular. In fact, I wanted him in PSG with the whole Mbappe saga. Like, I think we should have done a swap deal because I honestly don't think they could realistically play together for many reasons. But I heard ESPN's Gab Marcardi say that Vini doesn't fit what we are trying to do at PSG right now, and someone else called him a volatile talent. Look, don't let this little kerfluffle with Xabi make you all forget who Vini is and how much of a magnificent player he is. Just because Xabi has his head so far up Kylian Mbappe's ass, don't forget that Vini is actually better than Kylian Mbappe. I said it in my last video, I'll say it again. Mbappe-led teams don't go anywhere, just like this Real Madrid team. Just like they went nowhere last year. But as for PSG, Vini absolutely does fit what we are doing. Now, maybe what Real Madrid does with Vini wouldn't work, but as a player with his attributes, he definitely would fit PSG. If he buys into the project. He probably won't have that free role that he's used to on the left wing unless he's playing as like a false nine, which he can do and has done very well in the past. But he can definitely adapt to a structural winger role. We love to build from the back, so he may go long periods of time without those quick transitional moments that we are so famously used to seeing at Real Madrid. He's going to have to be patient and pick his spots and get in where he fits in. Like, PSG will recover the ball sometimes, and instead of hitting the counter, they will pass it back to Tavolieri. And that honestly frustrates me sometimes as a fan, so I can only imagine how Vini would feel. But again, it's all about adapting to a new system, which I know that he can do. As good as his defensive work rate is, I've never seen him press the way Dembele and Barcola do. Like, I've seen Barcola have some bad games, and he'll still track, like, all the way back to the backfield, and help Mendes out, like, all the way back, like in Kvaratskhelia as well. It would be nice to see Vini track back like that, but I know that would be like an adjustment period for him. Now, with our combinational play, Vini loves to isolate his man one-on-one, while we love the constant give and goes, the 1-2s, and the one-touch combinations. Now, Vini is exceptional when he implements this style of play, so this would just be an adjustment of habits, which would probably be the easiest transition for him. Vini's used to being direct and explosive, but with us, he'll have to be calculated and collective. In League One, we're going to see a lot of back eights and low blocks and double teams because teams won't press us or they'll get punished. He will have less space to run into, so this is where the combination dribbles come back to play. He will have to refine his decision-making in tight spaces to offset that and not be frustrated all the time, because as a fan, it is aggravating watching some teams defend against us. Also, Mendes has turned into the best left back in the world at the moment, and Vini's going to have to adjust to letting him cut inside and cause chaos, the chaos that Vini is used to causing. Another adjustment. Vini can also play across the whole entire front line, so maybe he'll have to play on the right sometimes. You don't want them both cutting in on the left-hand side and, messing up the positional spacing, but this can honestly be a good problem to have for Enrique, just an embarrassment of riches. Vini's also going to have to get used to being a sub for some games, because in League One, we don't need our strongest 11 to even beat Marseille or Monaco. Final verdict, just get it done. Look, I want Vini at PSG in January, realistically in the summer. All the things he would have to adjust to, he's already amazing at, like his elite ball skills. There's nothing he can't do. He would just have to change habits, which is easier than teaching someone a brand new skill. He's not used to teams sitting back all day, but his elite dribbling will solve that. And in the Champions League, when teams press us, that is where his elite ball retention comes into play. With his low center of gravity, acceleration, and ability to manipulate defenders will allow him to carry PSG up the pitch when we are trapped deep. I assume Ramos would leave the club, or at least be the odd man out, but I actually don't think anyone actually has to go. That will leave us with Kvaratskhelia, Vini, Dembele and Ramos, Barcola, Doué, and Seni Mihailu would be the 7th choice forward, along with Mbappe as the 8th choice. That could definitely work some way, somehow, especially with the way we rotate in League One to avoid injuries in all the games we've played. Imagine our front three in a cup match. Perfect fit in my eyes. Get it done, Enrique. Get it done. Go PSG.